were your grandparents' names?
My father's name was David. My grandfather on the McIntyre side was David, and my grandmother was Myram McCormick. She was a McCormick before she married. She married a man by the name of Heron first, and then she had one child by him. My father's half sister, and then
Who was that guy's last name?
huh?
What was that guy? What was the first guy's last name?
Heron,
Hmm.
G-R-R-I-N.
Do you remember the names of their parents? Last names of their parents?
My grandmother's father was named Bill, like a Billy McCormick. But I don't know.
What were your grandparents' names?
My father's name was David. My grandfather on the McIntyre side was David, and my grandmother was Myram McCormick. She was a McCormick before she married. She married a man by the name of Heron first, and then she had one child by him. My father's half sister, and then
Who was that guy's last name?
huh?
What was that guy? What was the first guy's last name?
Heron,
Hmm.
G-R-R-I-N.
Do you remember the names of their parents? Last names of their parents?
My grandmother's father was named Bill, like a Billy McCormick. But I don't know his wife. I don't know who she was. And I don't know who my father though was my grandfather. I mean now was a baby. His mother couldn't speak a word of English. She was what they call Low Dutch, and her mother was Irish, but she was Low Dutch. And when she came to this country, my grandfather was just a little baby. She had to hold to carry him, and they landed over in North Carolina.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
About.
Well, he was born in 1912, my grandfather was. So this would have been 12 or 13. He was born on Old Christmas, January the 6th, on 1918 and 12. And my father was born in 64, so he's over 100 years old. His birthday is the same day as Jane's. And David's wife, whose birthday is the same day as my mother's, so I can remember that. You know, when you're a young man, you don't think anything about relatives, you know. I didn't. When they never asked her. And now I've just so many things I wish I had asked, you know. Found out something about my lady used to say she got ancestors. I didn't ask him then, and now it's too late to have anybody. I'm the oldest one in the whole family on both sides of mine. Mother and father's families. And nobody, the oldest one I knew of, that never got past 70. Here I am.
Still ticking along.
Still flitting along, hopping in it. Did you hear me up last night?
Nope.
I was up 3 times before 1 o'clock, but maybe my muscles and hot water. I just put them in water so hot and there it's cold. And where you keep your feet clean. Last Saturday night, week ago last night. I went to Steve's graduation, and we parked a block. You know, with that many people, there was parking was at a premium, and I walked about a block and then up the steps to around the arena. But I hadn't got over it till I guess get on my feet yesterday afternoon. I was so sore. I don't get exercise enough to keep the soreness out of me. I get a little bit tired. I go sit down and don't get enough exercise. They keep it bothered about it. If you've got a sore tooth, you're always biting on it. I've got a little sore here on my cheek that the doctor gave me medicine to put on, but it doesn't heal it up. And just a little of you wouldn't pay attention to it, but it's been there for a couple of years, so I thought, better see about it. But Arthur said I got my hands on it all the time, but I don't really. I just always.
Yeah, well, if you going home, you can drive down to the farm and back, but if you go on with it, it's way too late now.
It's getting kind of late.
Yeah.
Probably do it at Christmas time.
Huh?
Probably do it at Christmas time.
You're here, we will.
I'll have some time off at Christmas. Sounds like there's some Irish back there. Sounds like you got some Irish in your family.
Yeah, I've got Irish. My great grandmother now was Irish. You know, the little grandmother, they always called her Little Granny, and she was Low Dutch. That's Holland, you know. But the other one came from Ireland.
You know their last names?
No, let me see.
Yeah, we'll just
Well, I didn't know that.
We drive down the farm around, back around. There ain't no need to use one of those tonight, but we'll start now.
It's a good time to start.
William, my old grandmother, great grandmother, was Anna William, and then her mother, I don't know what her name was. I didn't hear anything about ancestors.
Where did they come from? They came from Holland?
Huh?
They came from Holland?
Yeah, they sailed from Holland when they came over here. That's where that.
Must have been back in 17 something or other.
No, it was bound to be after 1812, 1812. Or it's, oh yeah, it was 1812. But when my grandfather was born, and he came here when he was a baby, and his mother had to hold him in her arms, but he couldn't have been over a year old anyway. And they first landed in North Carolina, I think it was. Then they came across Tennessee and were there for a while. And then when my grandfather married his first wife, and they lived down by Grand Tower. You know where that is, down the Mississippi River, little town back to the side. And I don't know, I guess they just farmed. I've never heard of doing anything else. And when Bob was about 16 years old, they moved up here to this county. His children by the old man, children by his first wife, all got pretty good. They got more education and all. I think that first wife was pretty smart, very different to my grandmother. All they knew was her father was one of the wealthiest men down in South Williamson County. So I think that's about all they ever brought over was money. But these older half brothers were pretty well educated. He probably had two McIntyre half sisters and 3 brothers. Sometime during his early life, they lived in Arkansas. And oh, he loved the hunting and the life down there, you know. And always after they moved up here in this county, and he got married, all he talked to my mother about was going back to Arkansas. Wanted to go back to Arkansas. So I remember I was just 4 years old, but I remember I could just see that wagon, how they fixed it. They had a wagon with a boat with her over like that, you know. He made it and tied the old cow to the back of the wagon where she could go up and they were Mama drove through with a team of this cow behind it through Arkansas, and Mama and Bert and me went on a train after he had got there and he knew he had a job before he went, and they wanted to work on the farm. And so that I remember the little box house we moved into was just 2 rooms, and it was high on the kind of on the hillside, and one side up high enough to the cattle could walk over there. They'd come up and go off into that house. I thought that was the funniest thing. See the cows under the house. The other side was down lower.
This was in Arkansas?
That was in Arkansas down there.
How'd you get back up here?
Well, in 3 months' time, my mother got homesick. We went before Christmas, and we were down there during Christmas time. And we just been there 3 months, and the chickens were running loose, were roosted in the trees, you know. And so one day, Papa said, if I hadn't already promised George, George was the man he was going to work for. If I hadn't promised George that I would stay with him, I'd go home. Mama said, well, you're telling that your wife's so homesick, she can't stay. And so we never even got them chickens out of the woods or stuff from there. And we pulled out back the same route. He driving through and us coming on the train. Wonder he didn't bring us in the wagon with him. But
how old were you?
I was 4 years old. And Bird was about 15 months old. And what I remember most about it, when we were at Carroll, we never had seen anything like that. So, but we were in the depot, and there was a kind of toilet. That's where you sat on it, and then when you got up, it brushed itself, you know. And I just, we kids, you know, on the world was wrong. So that when we got up there come all that water down out of that tank to flush that toilet. And the ice, great big chunks of ice river was froze over. They have the ferry at Bridgeport, that's place down by Carroll here, you know where Carroll is, and they had this barge, and the train run on that, and they we crossed the river on the barge. We were still in the train, but the train was on the barge, and they drove us over there and hit another track and went on where we were going. It's not very far down there. We were Bobby used to ride there. He never sat down, he didn't want to ride or something. And it was Clay County. Clay County in Arkansas where we was going. So we went and stayed in, and me and all the neighbors around there, and Bob went with them, went to Perryville, that was a bigger town, and they come back over Christmas, you know, that people used to think they had to have some whiskey to celebrate Christmas. So they brought a half a gallon of whiskey, and they had a great big neighborhood party at that place, and they had a pretty big house. And I had a little aunt, my uncle's wife, and she wasn't as tall as Brenda, she wasn't as big as Brenda, and her father had a little house, and had the door, he was little too, and had a door that my mother and father and all, they had to stoop to get in it, go in, but they just went right through. All those little silly things, you know, I remember, but so the 4-year-olds are not remembering the big things. They don't have any big things. But we come back then to Williamson County and stayed a little while. I don't remember when the mayor dropped it. And Bubba went to Johnson County then and bought a farm, 40 acres, and we turned on part payments, you know. We turned in our team and a cow. That made a good down payment, you know, on that place. It was a great big log house that was weatherboard and sealed, and didn't look like logs. But we had an old front porch, the biggest, widest front porch, and Mama fenced off one end of it and made a little bedroom out there. And one day she was in there working around, and here went a big snake crawling right out through a crack, and so nobody ever slept in that bedroom like that. And she made it.
When did you move to the house where you met Pop? You're living in.
Well, we lived there when I was 13 years old. We finally sold that place down in Johnson County. I don't know why. But we lived in this 40 acres, and 4 ways, there was a quarter of a mile in 4 different directions. There was a road. But where we lived, we had to go out on a lane. What they call a lane, you know, and they're not very wide. They're not kept up right. So he got tired of that. Thought maybe he could do better somewhere else. So we come back down to, we sold that and come back down and rented the house. And where the lake is now. And we lived there a couple of years. And this farm out here was for sale, and he went and bought it, and we lived there till I got married. It's down just this side of the road, the big lake is, goes across 8 miles, 10 miles south. 8 or 10, down south of there. Arthur lived up on the hill. I just see him start down the hill. Sometimes he didn't start, and I thought he was a butcher. I was looking for him, he didn't come.
Did you have your eye on him for a while?
Huh?
Did you have your eye on him for a while?
Well, not particularly.
Did he catch you, or did you catch him?
Oh, I guess I caught him. He wasn't hard to catch. We both went to the same church. You know, boys used to, as the girls came out of the church house, started away, you know, whatever direction they were going, my boy walked up. Can I see you home tonight? And he had 2 sisters, you know, about my age. So I was friends with him. He was fell in. He was about the best catch there was down there. I thought he was. Sometimes now I wonder if he was. I never did go with too many boys. My mother, she just kind of disliked boys. She didn't, everybody had to go with, there's something wrong with it. I got the one with most of them.
Got what?
I guess I got the one with the most rolls. I don't know what they might have been turned out today. I never did have a hankering for just anybody if I didn't think there's just little bit. We went to church all the time, but we always did feel like we were just a little bit superior to those kids at that end of the county. But all of them turned out okay, and all good, honest people, but they were just a little ignorant, hillbilly.
How long did you two know each other before you got married?
Huh?
How long did you two know each other?
Oh, about 5 years. About 3 years, he was my only boyfriend. I was his only girl. One Sunday afternoon, and we never had a date. We just took it for granted that he'd be down. He'd come, because he wasn't going anywhere else. And one Sunday afternoon, I sat there all evening, looked for him, and he didn't come. And that night we went to church, and he came to go farm like he always did. Go home, and I ordered me just go back where he did that afternoon. I didn't want him back. So we quit for a while. I couldn't do that even too good. I don't think he could either. His mother said he couldn't. So we went together again. And that's the way it was. And when we got married, more than he was just working on a farm, with his father. He didn't have any job anywhere, and I didn't either, of course. I was old enough to leave home. And so I went to live with his folks. And we stayed there till the next, from one summer till the next May. And then we moved, he bought a little barber shop down in Louisville, and we never made much money, but it didn't take much then. My mother and his mother, they both had a garden, and they bring us all things. It was just like going to the grocery store.
Did you have like a horse and a wagon type thing?
Huh?
How'd you get around?
He walked mostly, but Arthur had a buggy. And when before we got married, after his mother had a buggy, but people walked then, they didn't go anywhere very far from home. After we moved to Greg, there was a streetcar. We wanted to go over to his brother's in Heron and get on the streetcar. But, after the cars had to come, there wasn't any. That's the reason now you can't do without one, because within a long time, after we moved here, there was a bus that went around over town every day. You're riding for a nickel. Well, if you want to go to town, you didn't want to walk. They had nickel. And they finally, I guess they couldn't make enough money or something. They closed the shop. You see, it was 1912 when we moved here, moved to Marion, and it wasn't long after that till everybody had to begin to get cars. If you ever read it in history that who was Woodrow Wilson? Woodrow Wilson, yeah. That they thought he was elected and thought he was beat first, and then they found out he wasn't. So everybody, the Democrats, always went nuts. You know, they were surprised that they. So they were going for. They formed a big parade. We were going to, and they went to Johnson City and marched, drove around the town, you know, and we had a whole bunch of people with us. Nobody, not that didn't everybody have a car, so they that did always took the others. And some of them were Republican and made her so mad because they were all passed around her. She turned the hose on. So we turned the hose on, a bunch of cars passing up there in Johnson City. That wasn't Wilson, was it?
That's 1916. Woodrow Wilson, second time, 1916.
Wasn't
Huh? 1916.
16.
Is that it?
1916.
Oh, well. What was your president?
Wilson.
Wilson?
Wilson was elected in 12 and then he's re-elected in 16. That's what we're talking about.
When I was just 7 years old, Mama had 2 children then, Bird and a little boy. And she left me, I was cutting out paper dolls. We had a grate, you know how the grates were basket shaped, you know. And I remember in there and throw the fire. I was cutting the paper dolls and then the kids were talking about them. And my mother went out to the barn to gather eggs. And this little boys used to wear little dresses to lay the book in their diaper. And so he stooped over that little flannelette petticoat he had, just stuck that front, and the motor just tied it like that. I didn't know what to do. What 7-year-old child would have any sense? I didn't know how to put out fire, so I took him right out on the porch, and hollered at my mother, and she saw what was wrong, and she had an apron on the eggs. She never did know what came up. She just threw him down somewhere and run, but he had a blaze that gone up and up around his bottom until that was the only place he could burn, was around here, and a little bit out of the back of his head. Serious. And she put the fire out when she got there, but he never could urinate or he was burned to death. And of course then, nobody knew what to do. He used to come around to enough linseed oil, that's all they knew were burned. And he lived. But all the time, that haunts me yet. All the time he was laying there burned, that skin just crumbled up like, you know, just cooked with this little dress that burned so fast. And he begged, oh, that Oochie, he always called me Oochie. That Oochie hold me. He thought if I could hold him, that I'd always take care of him, so he thought I could stop his pain.
So that was a brother?
Huh?
Was that a brother?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
That was the brother that died. And then in a year from that time, my mother had another little boy, and that was the one that got elected to it, and then he was had married. He's 23 years old, and he was married and had a little 4-month-old baby. He was 24 years old, and he died. He was killed. He always was afraid of a bunch of mules, and the wires run along that way, you know, and he was going down this side, and there come the mules on the bottom of, he was working in the mine, and here come the mules down there, and he afraid they were gonna run into him, so he ducked his head like all the other men were, and he crossed over this train of coal cars, but he went to come up and let the electric wire struck him right there. They killed him.
How many kids did your mother have?
5. She had 2 babies. She had one baby was what they call a blue baby, and she got sick. And the doctor came the next morning, and he said, "Well, how's the baby?" She says, "Well, I believe it's better, and that it's gone to sleep." So she went to the bed to see about it, and died. It was 9 months old. Then the next one was this little boy that burned. But I said, all 3 of them all tragically. One was found dead in the bed, one was burned to death, and the other was electrocuted. Now here, the little bird with a stroke.
You know where all your grandparents and parents like that buried, you know?
How old? I don't know. I know my mother wasn't very old. She was 18 years old when I was born.
You know where they're buried?
Yeah.
Where about?
My father and mother were both buried at the Fountain, and my father's mother is buried there.
Where Fountain?
Well, that's about 8 or 10 miles south of here. It's a beautiful cemetery. Kept up nice, and lots of nice stones and everything. But, and my mother's mother then is buried at Caney. That's down another nice cemetery though, down between here and Rio Springs. And her father though died when she was 8 years old, and he's buried out there in the family cemetery. And they say now you don't even know if somebody's plowed over it and dented it, took the stones all out. I think that's the meanest thing ever was. I know it has to be done, but I'd put some kind of a smaller marker there or something. For Arthur's great-grandfather, he was born, I don't know when, but he's already over 150 years old, and he's buried out here on the edge of where they made a lake, where the Lake of Egypt comes up there, and somebody is in front of that cemetery, built a nice house, not just a cottage, but a house, and she was afraid those stones would children would be out there playing, and one followed it, so she got out and knocked them all off down to the base. A lot of them are mixed up. You would know which grave they belonged to. That old man's got a big stone, and then the government, he was a soldier in the Mexican War. 1940, no, but 48 was before that.
What war was that?
That was Arthur's.
Mexican?
Yeah, in the Mexican War. And I think it was long about that time, I can't remember which way. Anyway, when he came out, the government told these soldiers, if I show law or something, that they could all, how many acres of land could they get?
I don't know how many acres.
I read the other day where somebody had up in Iowa had been paying taxes on theirs, and it was the same year that our farm down here went come into his folks, and this what they paid for taxes and the interest on it would amount to now around $1 million. Come back, I said, now they got it, we all have it. We've been paying taxes every year. They said their deed called, the government gave it to his father, he said, and that it was exempt from taxes. But whether they did, why didn't they decide a long time ago? But,
Nice, if that was down there was exempt from taxes, wouldn't it?
yeah, it'd be nice. Pay tax now. I won't hear any more about there's selling our land over here at Carbondale.
No, she's hoping they'll sell.
Yeah.
Not doing anybody any good.
No, it's just cost some money for it.
Know about selling now?
They mentioned a few things about it, but I don't know what what's been said about it.
Yeah, they don't sell it.
Well, Edgar wants to sell it, but Sarah and the others don't want to sell it. And they don't care. They may come to the conclusion now they might as well. I think I've tried to get them to sell this down here and divide the money now, but I get to thinking about it. It's not going. They're
Not going to go down in price.
No, it won't go down in price. And besides, something good happened to the money. It did before it all. We had a very good little stake, and the government took it all, and so they couldn't do that, but they won't take the land. So I guess it's a good idea for them to keep it. But somebody asked Arthur, man out east of town here, all the coal mines took up all the land out there, and they paid an enormous big price for all the land. And he had to move, so he asked Arthur, would he settle that down there? And he kept insisting. He said, well, would you take $1,000 an acre for it? Well, that seemed like a big price, you know. And I guess I'd have snapped it up and sold it. He said, oh, the girls have fits, and they say they don't want to sell it. But Dorothy thinks it'll bring lots more money, but she talks about selling it off lots, you know. Well, that'd be all right if you don't have a lot of lots left. I guess eventually though we'll sell them. I don't guess there'll be a time they won't need it. It seems like they need it worse now. We had 160 acres, but he sold off part of it. He didn't want to pay taxes on it. It wasn't worth so much then, you know. Now it'd be worth. I think about Steve said today, we can get $25,000 a house. Who in the world would give $25,000 for this place? Not me. But they're giving it for, you say what they offered that woman there next door to your mother. You wouldn't have thought, if she could get that out of her house, I bet they get it good out of hers, but then it cost her.
You'd have to buy another one.
She'd have to buy another one, and it cost her too much, and I think her house is cute. She got all the land she needs, so I wouldn't stay with it. Nobody got enough Searcher, got a basement full, your attic full. So I beg him all the time to sell this place and buy us a small house, about not over 5 rooms, but 4. I can make out 4 all right of it. Then he closed it, but he thinks it's too big a job to get all this junk together. Moving. I can leave all the junk here.
It was a big job.
Yeah.
And where would you put us when we came to visit?
Huh?
Where would you put all of us when we came to visit?
Well, I had it planned. I had to move shelf. If I had 2 bedrooms, I'd have a rollaway couch and, I had a bed in my living room and to make an extra bed. So, otherwise, old Robin, every time he comes home, they won't let him stay here anyhow. They make him stay at a motel throughout the day. I don't care, kind of bundle up. But when I was a kid, Mama's sister, then, on Saturday night, you get somebody to milk your cow Saturday night and Sunday morning, and you go visit. They come to our house from out here, it was about 10 or 15 miles to where we live, and they'd bring settle down on put a feather bed on the floor. We get the dogs. And so we had a base layer head. We called it Baptist Palace. She had 3 kids and we had 3, and we'd all they called them pallets or something. They wouldn't catch light in mud until it got so tired to take us long to go to sleep. Had the best time running and playing.
I don't think they got lightning bugs out in California.
Okay.
I don't think they can make it over the mountains or something.
You ought to stay here summertime, maybe one back there. I never see it anymore because I don't get out.
They
Sit out in the yard.
ain't around anymore like they used to
Much pollution, maybe.
be. They won't like to work around there like they used to be.
Used to be this winky old the fireflies. I never see the stars or the moon. I saw the other day where there was a comet that everybody saw here down last week, and on the end of it looked like it had a star. It was a great big moon, crescent shaped thing like that, and I thought, Lord, it'd be one up there as big as a house. I never looked at it. Never.
We couldn't see it in Ohio, it was too cloudy.
I don't just sit here. I don't know how the fellows get along on the balloon trip. They'd been 9 hours yesterday, and they just only got about 150 miles. Well, they would take them over summer to get the England if they had no bad luck. Which they have some time.
That other bunch almost made it.
Yeah, they almost. They got about 135 miles of it.
Yep.
That's a shame they couldn't. I guess they're glad to be rescued.
Let me see. August 13, 78. I guess I will get a few things put together. Oh.
I'm where you get. You just don't know when you stop and you get ready, huh?
Yeah, it depends. I can sleep, get stop.
Will you get there 2 days?
You're trying to fall asleep, not right.
I don't.
You don't,
Nice.
Actually, I find I get tired in the daytime.
yeah.
Because it's hotter and it's sunny and your eyes get tired from the brightness.
When you stop all the hotter.
I got air conditioning in my car, so that's going to help. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Is the air conditioner in your car?
Arthur's brother used to bring it in two days from 2 something, but now California's on another day's drive from there.
Kinda.
Do you go through Denver?
Yeah.